This is a plot twist for you. Surprise and sudden departure at Disney. CEO Bob Iger stepping down after nearly 15 years at the helm. During that time, shares of Disney rose more than 440%, while the Dow gained 150%. Julia Boorstin has more on Iger's reign and his legacy and spent time exclusively with him yesterday. Good morning to you, Julia.
Good morning to you, Andrew. Well, that's right. Bob Iger is stepping into the executive chairman role to focus on content until his contract at Disney expires at the end of next year.
What's next, and what was next in terms of my own priorities, is making sure that the creative pipeline of the company was really rich, that all of our creative engines were working extremely well, and I wanted to spend more and more of my time on that. But the only way that I was able to do that was to give up the day-to-day running of the company to pass the torch on to Bob.
Now, Iger passes the torch, having transformed Disney with the acquisitions of Pixar, Marvel, and Lucasfilm. He expanded Disney's parks internationally with the launch of Shanghai Disney and new Star Wars lands. He shifted the company's focus to streaming directly to consumers with the launch of Disney Plus and ESPN Plus. And he gave the company massive new scale with the acquisition of the entertainment assets from 21st Century Fox. Now, Iger has grown and changed Disney more than any prior CEO, leaving his successor, Bob Chapek, with big shoes to fill at a moment of digital disruption and new rivals. You can find my whole interview with Bob Iger and Bob Chapek on CNBC.com.
Hey,
Joe?
Julia, before you go, I have two very quick questions. One is, of course, one of the big questions in Hollywood and Wall Street yesterday was the immediacy of the announcement, the decision, rather than a quote-unquote transition, though some people might describe this as a transition since he'll be the executive chairman, to effectively make the new Bob the CEO immediately. Did he speak to that issue and why?
Well, look, I think there was a question of why this was being announced now when Iger's contract had been extended through the end of 2021. And we know that the board was very focused on this issue of succession for quite a while now. And they were really trying to make sure that they could confirm well ahead of his contract expiring someone who could fill his role. And remember, there were many examples of people like Tom Staggs and Jay Rizzullo, people who were sort of thought to be successors to Iger, who ended up leaving and raising concerns about who could fill Iger's shoes. So I think the idea was to identify who that successor would be. And once they did identify him, I think they wanted to give a period of transition where they weren't going to just have Iger sort of continue in the CEO role until he was replaced. But Iger, I think, wanted to show that he did have confidence in the person.
Very quickly, second
him.
question. Kevin Mayer, who's now taken over Disney Plus, was often seen within the industry as the heir apparent. Does he stay? Does he bolt? What's the conversation there, and how important is that?
We'll see. I don't know yet what will happen. I do know that one reason Chapek was chosen instead of any of the other potential people, including Kevin Mayer, is because of the extensive operational experience that Chapek had, whereas Mayer has only been running the direct-to-consumer business for about a year. So that's a much younger business, whereas Chapek has been running parks and consumer products and everything before that. I mean, Kevin Mayer's clearly done a good job running that direct-to-consumer business. If you look at the really impressive numbers for Disney Plus, in particular, and the growth of ESPN Plus. So certainly I would expect that Disney would want to hold on to him. And I believe he's under contract, although contracts can always be broken, but certainly someone Disney would want to hold on to for the company.